Imagine standing in a packed stadium, right? The collective breath held, the air just thick with anticipation. Then that unmistakable sound, the electrifying crack of leather on willow, and a ball soaring high deep into the stands. That's the signature of a true powerhouse. A finisher who could flip any match right on its head. And just recently, September 4th, 2025, we saw the curtain close on an era. Asif Ali, the 33-year-old right-handed batter from Faisalabad, Pakistan, announced his retirement from international cricket. His social media post really resonated, saying, "Wearing the Pakistan jersey has been the greatest honor of my life, and serving my country on the cricket field has been my proudest chapter." It's a moment that truly hits home for fans worldwide.
Yeah, it really does. And what's truly fascinating here, beyond just the emotional farewell, is how a player like Asif represents so much more than mere statistics. He wasn't simply a batsman. He embodied raw, unbridled power, yes, but also this unique psychological profile. He had this specific kind of ice in the veins that allowed him to thrive in moments of just pure chaos. So this deep dive isn't just about a retirement. It's really a celebration of a man who literally hammered out his destiny, turning immense pressure into pure, explosive poetry with every stroke. We're going to explore his incredible journey, those unforgettable moments that defined his career, the unique challenges he overcame, and the lasting legacy he leaves behind.
Let's maybe set the scene a bit. Faisalabad in the early 2000s, a bustling city where cricket isn't just a game, it's kind of the very pulse of life, isn't it? That's where Asif Ali, born October 1st, 1991, grew up. But before he was smashing sixes on the biggest stages, he was, well, toiling under the scorching sun, hammering iron in a local foundry. This wasn't just physical labor. It was the kind of grinding work that tests your spirit, shaping not just his muscles, but like the very core of his resolve.
It's a powerful origin story, isn't it? Really powerful. It completely underscores the depth of his ambition. He carried this undeniable fire within him, fueled by that simple, burning dream of leather meeting willow. Cricket wasn't some casual pastime for him. It was his escape, his burning ambition, and ultimately, his destiny. It's a remarkable testament, you see, to how unwavering passion can transcend the most humble and frankly challenging beginnings. It laid a foundation of grit that would serve him so well later on.
Okay, so his first real step into organized cricket came in 2010. He was just 19, making his first-class debut for Faisalabad. But honestly, his numbers in the longer formats, they weren't exactly dazzling. Average around 17 in first-class games. Consistency really seemed to elude him there. So what changed for him? How did he become the Asif Ali we know?
But this is where it gets really interesting. The T20 format. That's where Asif Ali's magic truly sparked. In 2011, playing for Faisalabad Wolves in the Super 8 2020 Cup, he absolutely exploded onto the scene, batting at number 3, right? His team was reeling after losing their opener on the very first ball, and he unleashed an astonishing century off just 59 deliveries against Multan Tigers, 9 fours, 7 massive sixes. Walked off with the Man of the Match award. It was a clear statement. This guy wasn't just an ordinary batsman. He was an extraordinary hitter.
Wow. And imagine having a legend like Misbah-ul-Haq, who was captain of Faisalabad then, spotting that raw, almost untamed talent. What makes a captain known for his calm, measured style sort of fast-track someone with such an aggressive, almost volatile talent?
That's a fantastic point. And I think Misbah wasn't just looking at raw power. He was looking for a player who could deliver under specific high-stakes pressure. He likely recognized Asif's unique mental strength, that ability to just switch off the external noise and execute. That's a rare quality for a pure hitter. Misbah fast-tracked him into key roles, seeing his incredible natural ability to clear boundaries with what looked like ease. By 2017, Asif was the leading run scorer for Faisalabad in the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy, piling up 369 runs in just 6 matches, and his domestic T20 stats were just incredible. Over 4,700 runs in 302 games at a strike rate that just screamed aggression. But for someone with that kind of power in domestic cricket, the real differentiator for a national call-up, it often lies in those specific high-pressure moments that showcase unique abilities.
Right. And for Asif, that moment was the Pakistan Super League, the PSL, in 2018, wasn't it?
Exactly. Spot on. Picked by Islamabad United, he became the undeniable hero of their title-winning campaign that year. In the nail-biting final against Peshawar Zalmi, with the match literally hanging by the thinnest of threads, he smashed 3 consecutive sixes off Hassan Ali. In a nerve-wracking chase, Islamabad lifted the trophy, and almost instantly his phone started buzzing with national team calls. That's the kind of performance that just demands attention. You can't ignore it.
Yeah, definitely. His international journey really does read like a classic underdog tale. His T20 international debut, T20I, came on April 1st, 2018 against West Indies in Karachi. A perfect homecoming, really. The crowd's energy must have been absolutely electric. Then, just 2 months later, June 1st, 2018, he earned his one-day international ODI cap against Zimbabwe in Bulawayo, officially making his mark on the global stage.
And what's fascinating here is the specific crucial role he carved out for himself. He wasn't brought in to be an anchor, carefully building an innings. No, he was Pakistan's designated finisher, expertly slotted into the middle order. Now, this role demands not just immense skill, but immense mental fortitude, coming in late, needing to deliver quick, impactful, often game-changing runs with very few balls to spare. It's incredibly tough. Over his career, he played 21 ODIs and 58 T20Is, scoring a total of 959 runs, including 3 crucial half-centuries. His ODI average was 25.46, with a pretty good strike rate of 121.65. But in T20Is, he averaged only 15.18, but boasted a blistering 133.87 strike rate. See, this isn't just about the numbers themselves, it's about impact. When Asif came to the crease, you felt the game could flip in an instant.
Absolutely. And he didn't just play a few games here and there. He represented Pakistan in some truly huge tournaments. The 2019 ODI World Cup in England, the 2018 and 2022 ODI Asia Cups in the UAE, 2 T20 World Cups in 2021 and 22, and even the 2023 Hangzhou Asian Games T20I event. His last international appearance was October 7, 2023 against Bangladesh in Hangzhou. Maybe a bit low-key, but still a final bow. So we're talking about a finisher, a real powerhouse. What defines his most iconic explosions? Can you walk us through a moment that truly defined that game-turning ability?
Absolutely. And if we connect this back to the psychological demands of being a finisher, his ability to perform under just extreme pressure truly defined his legacy. Remember the 2021 T20 World Cup in the UAE? Pakistan were in a bit of a Super 12 pickle against Afghanistan. October 29, 2021, Dubai International Cricket Stadium. They needed 24 runs off the last 2 overs. The pressure cooker was firmly on, And Asif strode in. He wasn't just hitting, he was sending a message.
What happened next was just incredible. He scored 25 runs off only 7 balls, including 4 monstrous sixes off the pacer Kareem Janat in that decisive 19th over. The ball just rocketed into the stands, like missiles, sealed a win that propelled Pakistan into the semifinals. He got player of the match, obviously, and fans erupted, and it felt like more than a victory. It was a pure conquest.
It really was a defining moment. And that wasn't a one-off either. Earlier in that same tournament, he'd chipped in against New Zealand, helped steady the ship. Then fast forward to the 2022 Asia Cup, again in the UAE, and we saw another gem against arch rivals India. September 4, 2022, in Dubai. Chasing 182, Pakistan desperately needed late fireworks, and Asif delivered 16 runs off 8 balls. Crucial boundaries that edged them to a 5-wicket victory and a spot in the final. And what set Asif apart wasn't just brute strength. He had this exceptional ability to pick up the length early and generate incredible bat speed through the ball with minimal foot movement. This was especially effective against bowlers trying to vary pace or hit a Yorker in the death overs. Honestly, it made him a nightmare to bowl to late in an innings.
He also notched 3 50s in ODIs, remember? A commanding 52 against Zimbabwe back in 2018, a vital 41 against Australia in 2019. But his true legacy, like you said, lies in those impactful cameos. Over a quarter of his T20I innings ended not out, often after facing just 7 balls on average. Proves he was there purely to finish the job. He smashed 37 sixes and 27 fours in T20Is, plus 21 sixes and 22 fours in ODIs. Domestically, those numbers just explode even further, 4,737 runs and 302 T20s. And the legend goes, right. He once claimed he practiced by hitting 150 sixes a day. So it wasn't just raw power, but maybe a unique technique honed through sheer dedication for those specific high-pressure situations.
Yeah, that dedication is key. And the story goes deeper than just the cricket.
Absolutely. Beyond the power and the big hitting, Asif's story is also one of immense personal strength. During that 2021 T20 World Cup, he faced the unimaginable tragedy of losing his young daughter. To still perform at that level, dedicating his efforts to her memory, it just speaks volumes about the man. How do you even begin to comprehend that level of mental fortitude?
It's truly humbling, isn't it? And frankly, deeply moving. For an athlete to find that kind of focus amid such profound grief, it highlights that sometimes sport isn't just a game. It can be a lifeline, a way to channel something indescribable. His teammates' support was undoubtedly crucial, you could see that, but the inner strength was clearly his own. It's a stark reminder that these athletes are complex individuals carrying burdens we often don't see, well beyond the boundary ropes.
Yeah, well said. And beyond the national team, Asif was a true globetrotter, wasn't he? He played for over a dozen franchises across pretty much all the major global leagues, from the Caribbean Premier League, the CPL, to the Big Bash League, BBL in Australia, Lanka Premier League, LPL, South African domestic leagues, and even Major League Cricket, MLC, in the U.S. more recently. Each stint just added to his lore, proving his six-hitting prowess was truly universal.
Indeed, it really did. And his global demand like that, it underscores his specialized skill set. Not every player, even a national team regular, gets that kind of consistent international franchise attention. It shows that his unique ability to just clear the boundaries in the death overs was universally coveted, regardless of the conditions or the team colors he was wearing.
Okay, but cricket, much like life, isn't always sixes and cheers, is it? Asif's international stint, spanning from 2018 to 2023, it was definitely a roller coaster. Incredible highs, yes, but also significant hurdles. He was initially picked as Pakistan's sort of revolutionary power hitter when the team desperately craved finishers, and he admirably filled that crucial void. But what were the real challenges he faced in maintaining that role consistently?
That's where the narrative gets a bit complex. Critics often pointed to his inconsistency, right? But for a specialist finisher, what does consistency even mean? Is a lower average acceptable if those runs come at absolutely crucial match-winning moments? It's a tough question. This highlights the tension between traditional metrics, like average, and the real value of impact players. He also faced selection inconsistencies. He was often slotted at number 6 in ODIs, a position arguably too high for his explosive, quick-fire style, which meant he often faced more balls than was ideal for his game, and maybe struggled to build those longer innings sometimes. In T20 eyes, his late order role was perfect on paper, yet as younger talents like Iftikhar Ahmed and Kushto Shah emerged, Asif found himself spending more time on the bench. His selection wasn't just about his form, perhaps, but maybe also the team management's evolving understanding of how to best deploy such a unique, specialized talent.
Right. The 2022 T20 World Cup in Australia was a bit of a mixed bag for him, too. He played peripherally as Pakistan reached the final, but his form did seem to dip a bit. By 2023, with this new breed of hitters emerging, his last full series was against India at the MCG, November 5, 2022. Those Hangzhou Asian Games appearances later on, they were for a second-string side, which clearly signaled the inevitable end of his international ambitions.
Yeah.
And now his retirement, coming just before the Asia Cup 2025 squad announcement last month.
Exactly. And this new squad, led by Salman Ali Agha, it features rising stars like Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rauf. But notably, there's no place for former captains Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, or key all-rounders Shadab Khan and Iftikhar Ahmed. Big changes. Pakistan kicks off against Oman on September 12th in Dubai, then faces India on September 14th. Asif's exit, just before this significant tournament, it feels timely in a way. It allows him to now focus fully on the lucrative global leagues, where his bat remains a very formidable weapon. Frees him from the pressures and, maybe, the inconsistencies of international selection cycles.
Yeah, makes sense. And the news of his retirement, it spread so quickly on September 1st. It just ignited this wave of heartfelt tributes across social media. On X, formerly Twitter, fans were sharing clips of his iconic sixes. One post got thousands of likes saying, "Asif Ali retired from international cricket today. Thank you for all beautiful memories." Simple but powerful.
The outpouring of emotion was truly remarkable, wasn't it? It wasn't just stats being shared like, 79 international matches, 959 runs, 128 strike rate, 350s, 58 sixes. It was genuine emotional reactions. Many posts simply stated, "End of an era O's," while others celebrated, "Thank you, Asif Ali, for your services." He was one of the best power hitters for Pakistan, too. Teammates, experts, they all echoed the sentiment. ESPN Cricinfo noted his revolutionary impact. News 18 reflected on his explosive legacy. Even rivals acknowledged the void, with one analyst kind of quipping, "Pakistan's hitter retires right before Asia Cup 2025, acknowledging his specific threat, maybe.
And Asif's response through all this, pure class, really. He thanked his fans, his teammates, his coaches for standing by him through every high and low, and importantly, stated that he would continue to share his passion by playing domestic and league cricket worldwide. So we haven't seen the last of those sixes? Definitely not. Asif Ali's retirement undoubtedly leaves a unique, you could say, six-shaped hole in Pakistan cricket. He wasn't always the highest scorer or the most consistent, maybe by traditional measures, but in an era that desperately craved finishers, he delivered when it truly, truly mattered most. Those 4 sixes against Afghanistan, they're still replayed in highlight reels that just send shivers down your spine. The Asia Cup win over India, a permanent, thrilling chapter in that rivalry's lore. With 305 T26s domestically and 58 internationally, he absolutely redefined middle-order mayhem.
His story is such a powerful one, you see, proving that dreams can indeed trump origins, transforming a foundry worker into an international hero. It's inspiring stuff. While Pakistan's team evolves now with promising young guns like Saim Ayub coming through, Asif's unique impact remains indelible, unforgettable. Looking ahead, absolutely expect him to continue thrilling crowds in the PSL 2026, maybe with Lahore Qalandars, or smashing boundaries for the Hobart Hurricanes in the BBO. Global leagues still eagerly await his fighter power, maybe another title run with the New York Strikers in MLC, or a powerful stint in SA20. Who knows? But this raises an important question, maybe for you, the listener. How do we recognize and truly celebrate the value of specialized, impactful contributions like his, especially when they don't always fit the traditional metrics of success, like batting average? Think about the finishers in your own field, those people who come in at the critical moment and just turn the tide, leaving an indelible mark that statistics alone can't possibly capture. How do we value that?